Ow. Okay, here we go. Oh my gosh, everyone's here all of a sudden. And someone wants to fight me. Okay. So, I think I'll do some Hitman, or let's do some Ghost. I mean, everyone's doing Ghost. Yeah, I'll do a bit of Ghostblade, just to try him out. I'm not great with him because obviously I played 2, maybe 3 rounds yesterday with him, but at least to see what he's like in a bit more detail. I'm trying to remember what his moves do. I just divide everybody else, kind of like Smash style, to my memory. I'm like, okay, what attack is just standing? What attack is normal attack? What about if I hold forward, back, down, up for his normals, his specials, and his magic, and his skills? Granted, my memory's not the best. Every time I play Dragon Knight, I use her abilities that I tell myself not to use because they're the aerial abilities. And they go like straight up, and so if your opponent's not above you, it's useless. So I accidentally use it a lot. Yeah, like that one. I use that one a lot when they're as far away from me as they can possibly be. Oh, cool. I forgot. I always forget he has that move. It looks really cool. It's like super accurate to how it looked in DFO. Okay. I was just trying to remember. Oh, that's what that is? Then what's, oh, it's the bat. Oh, that's... I didn't notice it had a ghost face in it. That's cool. I do not know what I just did there. I legit don't know what that move was. I don't know what button I hit to do that. I think that was his down move, which I've been... Oh, yeah, okay. I guess it's one of those moves that only activates if you actually hit them. Or if they hit you. Counter moves suck. I never managed to pull this off, no matter what game it is. Got really tight there at the end. Just try to remember what. Right. You want to change character? Cool. I haven't got a lot of Ghostblade time in. I want to do at least one more match for the Ghostblade, and then I'll swap to someone else. Oh, my turn. Keyboard fam. I don't think you can play this game with keyboard yet. But like when it releases, I will be getting the Steam version. I have a controller I can use on the computer. Simply because I'm not going to pay for online. Especially not for just one game. I have a few other fighting games, but like, it's not really the thing I'm into. I play Battle for the Grid because it's Power Rangers, and I play this because it's DFO. Okay, so that's a. So, oh, I was about to say, what's his up move? Because I've done all of them, but the up one, I always forget. And I know what it is. It was in the trailer. Gosh, did not hit her at all that time apparently. I thought I hit her more. Or it could have been just a white health refilled. Fire! I was about to try to use my super. I forget what his super is. That's another thing that I would like to know off the top of my head. I always forget what people's supers look like. Like, the initiation thing. Like, is it a lunge? Is it a stab? Is it a shot? Is it just a small area around the character? What is it? I see what it is now. Yeah, it's a slash in front. It does not have any width. Any height, I mean. I was really hoping it had some height. It didn't. I see now. His moves have two parts. You hit the button once, it summons the ghost. You hit it again, he does something with the ghost. Or at least that's what it looks like to me. That's why I gotta be careful not to spam X. That's an accidental thing. I'm not like, I need to mash it. No, I hit it once and then for some reason I don't know. I think that the attack did. Then again, that's an issue I always have with all fighting games. I'm really bad at command lists and doing stuff the intended way. I hit a lot of buttons, sometimes accidentally. I do that a lot in, I think it's Battle for the Grid, because the attacks generally all work the same way in terms of how they're pulled off. I don't think they have like crazy long pretzel motions, as it's called. At least I don't think so. I'm just bad at it. Alright, go, Ghost Man, go. I feel like I've been too quiet. I get so into it I forget to say something. Oh, that's the crumble move, or crumple, I think it's specifically called. I don't know how I did that. I forgot what the move was already. But yeah, it's the move where they hit you, and then you like, your motion of falling to the floor is slow. So like while someone is falling to the ground, you can keep hitting them. Yeah, that. Yeah, they did that to me a lot when I was fighting Ghost Blades. And also, I think the Kunoichi earlier was doing that to me a bunch too. I like this music. I like all the music. I like everything. Though I was hoping if they were going to do a second beta, they'd have more. Like maybe another stage. More than one character. It's just funny because we know a bunch of characters that they just haven't introduced formally yet, but they are around. Like the female mechanic. Uh-oh, that's gonna hit me. Yep. It's the female mechanic, the troubleshooter. I think the Enchantress is the one that's on the box art. Yeah, there's 3 other characters that we don't know anything about. Damn it. Shouldn't have lost that one. So her special is also an attack. Outburst, I think it's called. Oh, that looks cool. From above! A lot of the KO freeze frames look really cool. I was supposed to say I forgot that Berserker had that much range, but at the same time, all the characters, most of the characters have crazy range. I think the only ones that don't really is like the Kunoichi, the fighter, and the striker, and the grappler. And of course, 2 of those guys don't have weapons, and one of them has little knives. Damn it! I should have guarded. Should have guarded. I jump back. It's instinct. I'm in a bad situation. My instinct is to jump away, which is the wrong instinct for this game. Hoping that wouldn't kill me. Yeah. I tend to avoid the wheel because people expect it, so they're always ready for it. Or, well, not always, but I don't want to risk it. Like, I would only use it if I think maybe it'll work here. Smacked him. I didn't think that was gonna work. I was like, oops. But I was like, oh, I committed. I gotta commit. Not like I had a choice. Damn it! That was so close. He did the fucking. I honestly, I was gonna say I didn't know, but actually it's not that I didn't know. It's that I wasn't sure if you could do. Haven't I played as yet? I did kind of get my butt kicked as the Vanguard, so I want to try again. What was I gonna say? Oh, I kind of forgot that the Slayer could do the blood cross thing without doing the blood cross thing. Like that he creates it in midair and then he throws it. I assumed that that was all one attack. Gore cross, I think. I didn't realize you could just do that and not send it forward. I tend to send it forward because it's a projectile, so it's nice. But yeah, and at the end, because he wasn't sending it forward a lot, so at the end it really, unfortunately, didn't see it coming. I let it hit me.
This is attract a new challenger. Round 1. Fight!
Giant weapon club. Oh, that looks awesome. Should be taking some screenshots, but I forget. The wheel got me with the wheel.
Round 3. Fight!
Ooh, got me with the. I was gonna call it. It's not really a grab, but it works a lot like a grab, and it looks like a grab. So you got the grab camera angles. Once again, I actually didn't know how he's activated until the moment it hit. I was like, oh right, he like stabs the lance down and there's like a small area around him that works. Like a small area.
This is attract a new challenger. Round 1. Fight!
There's someone walking in the background. Ah, I walked right into the damn wheel. Yeah, I didn't think that super was gonna work. I saw her on the round on the wind-up, and I was like, "Can I make it before?" No, I'm just not gonna make it before that hits me. Yeah, when I get low on health, I get desperate, which is bad. You shouldn't do that. Obviously, you should keep thinking about how to look at what's happening sensibly. But you know, easier said than done. That freaking gigantic wheel. Her axe beat me in range there. To be fair, it is gigantically massive. Windmill. Yeah, with the frickin' the Vanguard. I think the Vanguard was the one. I think I already mentioned this. It's just been months since the last DNF Duel stream. So like I'm repeating things, and it's like, well, I said it 3 months ago, so it should be fine. But you know, I was just gonna say the Vanguard was one of the demonic lancers I was considering using for a DFO. I did not go with it. I ended up going with the skirmisher. But the Vanguard was a very close second. If I was to make another demonic lancer, I'd definitely make him a skirmisher. Either that or a dragoon, impaler, I think it was called. I don't know, the one with the light weapons, just because I think that's like stylistically extremely cool. Damn it. Yeah, that hit and then the retreat with throwing the flaming thing at me. The thing is a lot worse than I remember it being, honestly. The little... that. I was like, what's his down special? I used it there just to see what it was. I'm like, oh right. Okay, I remember now. Don't do that. I forget which button is the guard, not the guard button, the grab button. I legit don't remember. Okay, let's do someone else. So I've done Ghostblade. I think I did did I do Hitman here? Inquisitor, Vanguard. Yeah, I think
한수 가르침
I
부탁드립니다.
haven't played as Kunoichi today yet, so.
명령을 내려주세요. 주군.
I really hope there's more stages and stuff on the way, just because some of these things are so cool. There's a lot of rad locations they could use. Plenty.
주군의 명령. 미안하지. 죽어줘야겠어.
Oh, the sandbag. You know, when the modding community comes, there's one thing I want them to do: replace the sandbag in Striker's opening with the Smash Brothers sandbag. That'd be perfect. Like legitimately awesome. I was about to say, what's her back attack? I'm like, alright, yeah, it's a frog. Yeah, same with the Inquisitor. I try to avoid using the Fire Tornado for the Kunoichi. I keep forgetting that one's forward, so don't use it. Because everybody already knows to guard against it. No, I almost used it right there. There we go. Press back. It's just I get tricked, especially if I go from Inquisitor to Kunoichi, because Kunoichi's tornado is on forward and the Inquisitor's wheel is on back. There we go again. That's gonna hit me. I don't know how to. I'm gonna need like a replay on that. Legitimately, I was like, yeah, it's done. I'm reeling back. Of course, that's gonna hit me, and then it didn't hit me. I would like someone to explain that one to me. I don't. To be fair, I don't actually know what Striker's initiation hit for her special even is. She does like a little pose, so I assume it's like the area around her is affected. But I was like really close to her, so I don't know how that didn't take. I had a lot of fun with Striker yesterday. I played Striker a few times yesterday.
Round 2.
I mean, I had a lot of fun with everyone. So yeah, I was also watching Max stream it at the same time that I was playing it. And it was weird. He was having a lot of connection issues. And a lot of people are having a lot of connection issues too, actually. Like, I mean, well, what I searched on the hashtag just to see what, like, the opinion was. And it looked like people were having a hard time. Which confused me, because I played 2 hours straight yesterday in one room that was always full, and I got one disconnect. And today, so far, I've been through two rooms. One room was at 3 bars, this room is at 2. And no disconnects so far. So far. I mean, it can still happen. I'm not saying that, and of course I'm not saying it's that people who say, oh, I got a disconnect, they're not telling, of course they're telling the truth. I got a disconnect. It's just, it's surprising. Because yeah, when I went into Max's stream later, he was having a lot of disconnect issues, and I was like, what? So much so, he actually swapped to the PS4 beta, because I think people say that one works better? I mean, whatever works, you know? It's a PS5 beta, so I was like, I'm good with it. It's not failing me, so. What is it? Oh, right, Fire Breath. Okay, hers I remember. I hope no one gets a counter later in the... Because that means I'll never use that super. Oh, cool. I didn't know she slapped the paper down. That's awesome. I'm trying to remember. I think... Did Bane have a counter one? I know Johnny Cage does in one of the more recent Mortal... I think it was actually Mortal Kombat 9 where he did. Or was it 10? We're using like his super move, or his X-ray attack it's called. He goes into a counter stance. And then you have to hit him to activate it. If a character gets like a super that can only be activated through that, I'll never use that super. Unless it's against like a really stupid computer enemy. Yeah, I think it's just the area around her. I think that's what it is. At least that's what it looked like. Oh gosh. Okay. Good. Nice. I was trying to approach, but I was not running nearly as... Oh, my phone's dying. Great, that's how I keep up with chat. I'm not gonna know what chat's saying now. Is actually going for down? I think I hit both the buttons at the same time though. So the game was like, oh, you went for forward. Okay, sure, fine. Uh-oh. Yep, saw that coming. I went to guard, because... Actually, I was going to try to grab, because she was guarding, but then she went to guard. Or... what? It doesn't matter. I made the wrong move. That's what happened. I made a big wrong move. Want to keep going? Want to swap characters? Okay, he wants to keep going.
This is attract a new challenger. Round one. Fight!
Ah yes, the shoulder combo. I'm gonna go try to do the super. I guess I ran in too close. Or didn't hit the button fast enough. Probably that. Oh right, I forgot that move was there. Also, I forgot Kunoichi could double jump till just now. I was gonna go for normal fire breath, but hey, it worked. So, cool. I'll take it. comboed into it. Nothing I could do. I was like, I need to finish this fast because he's definitely gonna try to use it. And yeah, try to use it.
좋은 실력이에요. 굳이 모습을 숨기고 다니지 않아도 될 텐데.
Let's swap characters. Cool. So I've done. Have I done Berserker? Did I do Berserker? I don't remember. Oh, Crusader. Yeah, I played as Crusader, I think only a handful of times in the first beta. I just don't like it. He's too slow for me. Oh shoot, I should put my phone to charge. Alright, that was my bad. I went to try to charge the phone just as the stage select was. But I mean, yeah, whatever. It's fine, it's fine. Nothing happened. Nothing happened. We're all good. The game's still going. Nothing crashed yet. Well, Hitman and Ranger.
Round 1. Fight!
I don't know what that was, but it worked.
Round 2. Fight!
Oh, he did it again. Yeah, Ranger's another one I don't play a lot as. I don't like playing. I mean, it's not. I don't like. It's just yeah, I guess I don't like playing as Crusader, Ranger, Grappler. I think that's it. Everyone else I'm fine with. Like I enjoy to different levels. Oh, it's gonna get me. Why do all the aerial attacks look so cool? Like the mid-air attacks. His and I mean, I guess they also look the same, but I don't care. Spinning your weapon is always cool. Yeah, his and Inquisitors look the same, but they just look cool. Who else has one that does that? I think you can see that. You know, swap the display between their in-game names or their like PSN usernames. I can't wait to see the other characters. They'll probably do it after the beta. They'll start, like, a while after the beta, they'll probably start releasing videos of female mechanic, troubleshooter, and whatever the other one was. Enchantress. It's interesting they haven't shown them all that much and that they spent so much time on Ghostblade. Especially considering that we've seen Mechanic like twice now for real. Like a little glimpse of her and then a little shot of her after she does her own super. But nothing else. More to be said than Troubleshooter. So you only see him in like a frame or two of a random video, and the video they ended up posting, he's not even in it anymore. He's been replaced by a different character. And the only way you know about Enchantress is if you look at the box art. Assuming that's real, once again. The funniest reason that I think would be an argument as to why the picture isn't real, the box art isn't real, is because of gosh, what's it called? I haven't played as Dragon Knight yet. Or Striker. You wanna do Dragon Knight? If you're gonna do Dragon Knight, I'll do Striker. Leave it to chance. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to the full game, just because I don't play a lot of fighters, but right now the only one I'm invested in is Power Rangers, because I like Power Rangers. Granted, I haven't played it in a while, and I'm sure if I go back to it, I'll get my ass kicked. But I like it. It's fun, and this is super fun, and I like DFO, so it's like perfect for me. I'm excited for the full release. Which they have a date for, I forgot what it was. The 6th? As in the 6th month, not the 6th day. While I do like playing as Dragon Knight, she's like the one that I don't get. I feel like every time I play as Dragon Knight, I'm doing something wrong. But like compared to Crusader, who's like too slow for me, or Grappler, who I don't like grabbing because I'm not good at grabbing. And Ranger, there's just something about Ranger I don't like. I wish I knew what it was, but that's fine. I still think Dragon Knight looks cool. Her moves are cool. I actually like using her. It's just a matter of I don't understand what I'm doing every time I do use her. Also, she looks really small because of her stance, how low to the ground she is. I always forget about Striker's 1-inch punch. I'm never close enough to use it, I feel. That was also not what I wanted to do there. I think it's on back. It is. I definitely thought I had her there. I did not. I see the 1-inch punch crumbles as well, which is cool. Second time. Also, I know that Dragon Knight can fly, and she has moves when she flies. But once again, I don't know what to do with that. Like, I do it, I'm like, oh, I'm flying. What now? keep forgetting it's not that. It's back, not down. Oh, I saw that sword coming. I was like, can I get out? Nope. Can't get out of the range of it. The range of that thing is monstrous. He's gonna open every match with it. I should know to guard. Once again, made the mistake. I intentionally went for down even though I know it wasn't the correct button to push. Oops a daisy. Trying to find, wow, and that time I decided to jump again, but he got me with the other move. I like how I keep switching between he and she. I usually associate with the character I'm fighting, but sometimes I also say the completely wrong thing. I mean, I don't know. The correct answer is I don't know. Why can't I not get out of this corner? Okay. Yeah, that was terrible. I have no clue why I couldn't get out of that corner. Should have been able to. Definitely should have been able to.
New challenger. Round 1. Round 2.
Damn it. Another new player. People just keep coming in. They see the. I was gonna say they see the 3 bars. This is a 2-bar room. I forgot. And so never mind.
Round 1.
Damn it! What the fuck? It's like all of a sudden I'm forgetting how to fight a Dragon Knight. I was holding guard I was holding guard. It didn't take.
전투란 모든 걸 걸고 하는 거야. 무언가를 배운다면 수업료는 네
Great.
목숨값을 내야 한다.
The round lead I had is gone. Back down to 10 to 9. Or 9 to 10.
attract a new challenger. Round 1. Fight!
Okay, I found my Achilles heel. At that time, I didn't even push down. That's guard. I knew that was a guard. Also, I knew they had way too much health, so even if it hit, it wouldn't have done anything.
수고했어.
Well, it would have done damage, but I definitely wouldn't have killed her.
Round 2. Fight!
Fuck off, really? Oh, come on.
전투란 모든 걸 걸고 하는 거야. 무언가를 배운다면 수업료는 네 목숨값으로 내야 한다.
Have I played Berserker yet? I don't remember. Shitty fucking Dragon Knight killing me in the air all the time. I guess if there was ever a time not to jump in the air, it's don't jump in the air against the Dragon Knight. Don't do that. My best guess. I tried rolling though and it did jack shit. So I lost my win streak. No. It's fine. So this has been what? How many matches now? 20? I guess? If I won 10, he won 10? I gotta change it to be 20 to 10. I need to be the best. Not really. Because once again, the wins don't matter. They'll go away at when the next beta comes out or when the full game comes out.
The seeds attract a new challenger. Round 1. Fight!
So who cares? You get 100 wins. Oh, don't you feel awesome having 100 wins? Well, too bad it's all gone when the full game comes out. So, you know, who cares? Damn it.
Round 2. Fight!
So far, this is the only, well, not a mirror match, but this is the only same class match that we have. 2 male slayers. I was about to say, I think this is the opposite ends of the spectrum, but I think I could be wrong. I think the true opposite class to a berserker would be the Asura. The ones who are blind because they can control their demon. The berserker fully embraces it's out of control. I don't know about the Blade Master and the... I forgot what the other one was. Because the Ghost Blade doesn't even have the curse arm. Because the ghost is totally different from, it's not Kazan. Kazan is the demon in the male slayer's arm, which is why it's red. His arm is blue, and Kazan does not look like that, the ghost, so... Shenanigans. Damn it, that didn't work. Did he guard it or did he just dodge it? I don't know. But it didn't work, so what's it matter? Hell.
This is attract a new challenger. Round 1.
I should always expect that move. Everyone opens with that stupid move. Oh, he got me that time.
Round 2. Fight!
Down he goes. That grab attack is useless. I should never use it. I think it's a grab. His back special. Fuck! I knew not to dodge that. In my head I was like, don't dodge this, guard it, and then I didn't.
This is attract a new challenger. Round 1. Fight!
They did the damn sweep.
Round 2. Fight!
I don't know what triggers the big grab attack explosion thing that I did that threw him away. I really like that attack, but I don't know how to trigger it. Is that when the grab works? Because I don't think it did. Gosh, I love how the corrupted blood sword looks. It just looks so cool.
The seeds attract a new challenger. Round 1. Fight!
That was very close. Very close.
Round 2. Fight!
Got the crazy man win. Crazy red hair man win. Oh, I see the bulletin board back there. I love this stage. I was gonna say, I think this is my favorite stage, but then, like, there's always something that makes me reconsider that notion. Is that Lady Curie back there? I think that's her. Has she always been there? I know Pung Jin and Cho Bung are on the left. I mean, that's not Pung Jin. I forgot his name. I think that's Curie by the machine in the back. Because her machine is here. It's just that she has her back turned because she's messing with it. But I'm 99% sure that's Lady Curie. I wish that the people on the right were also characters instead of just generic NPCs. But you know, I mean, the stage is already, it looks amazing. It's a very good representation of Hendon Meyer. Everything about it is correct. I mean, that's the same for all the stages. I love, you can see Sky Tower and a boat going up through the middle ocean. See the Great Pentacle at the top. Stage is fantastic. Yeah, we'll go a bit more. I think I'll do one more character. I just don't know who I want to do. Guess I'll go back to Vanguard, my main guy. Yeah, I'll do like 3 more matches, I think. Yeah, 3 more sounds good. If I win all 3, if I lose all 3, if I win 1, whatever it is, 3 more. And then I'll go see how long I've been streaming. I think it's good to stop, but I'll probably keep playing. I'll stop streaming, but I'll keep playing, just because I want to.
The stage attracts a new challenger. Round 1. Fight!
Oops. I was not paying attention at all. That's fine. Ow.
Round 2. Fight!
They smash each other. That's good. Yeah, I was not paying attention at all during that fight. That's okay. 2 more.
The stage attracts a new challenger. Round 1. Fight!
Damn it. That was a very close one.
Round 2. Fight!
Did we do this exact same matchup earlier? Or was it with someone else? No, the other person I fought only used Kunoichi, so... This might be a repeat. Which is fine. I mean, there's 11 characters, only so many combos you can do. There we go. That's a downward special that I never use. It worked that time. Alright, final round.
The stage attracts a new challenger. Round 1. Fight!
너
I saw that coming. I was like, hit the guard button, not in time. Did we hit each other again? I think we did. It's funny.
Round 2.
Oh yeah, I remember because I was talking about how their weapons are both massive and they have crazy range. So yeah, we did do this before, I thought so. I also recognize like the vanguards getting hit by fire animation. I'm like, oh, I've seen that a bunch. Ooh, got me with the grab. Yep. I was trying to do something that I shouldn't have tried to do. I should have just focused on guarding. That's fine. Next time.
Round 3.
Oh, you can do that? I didn't know you could do that. Yeah, jumped into it. Yep, you got me with the fucking grab. I didn't know you could grab people. Do you have to crouch and then hit the grab button? Is that it?
사악하고 패도적인 기분, 장대를 두고 신 앞에 겸손히 무릎 꿇는 법부터 배워야겠다.
That's good. How do I say the word? Okay, how do I say be back in a second? No. Oh. There it is. Alright. That was pretty good. I like that. As much as I do like the game and having and then streaming it is fun, and we did pretty well. I also really want to hear the audio. Oh, he's leaving. Okay. Alright, that guy was awesome. Or girl. I don't know. Nero. Rad. We did 29 matches, I think. That was good. No lag. It was almost split even. It came down to 15-14. It was almost I almost won that last one. Screwed it up, as I always do. I don't know if Inquisitor was his. No, it was definitely Dragon Knight, because usually you would take the icon of the character that you want to main, or the one that you play the most with, or the one you think you're the best with. And definitely, I don't think I won against him at all when he was using Dragon Knight, so... Of course, I was using Striker, who's not... I like Striker, but not one of my best ones, obviously. Vanguard and Hitman, I think, are the ones that I like using the most. And the ones I would say I'm best at. But hey, you know, what can you do? Almost up to 2 hours, so I'm gonna keep playing the beta. But yeah, I think it's good to stop the stream. It's in a really weird position anyway. But I hope all the audio was good, and I hope that was fun to watch. Hope more people are interested in either trying out the beta or getting the full game, because it looks like it's gonna be fun. So let me do my chat thank yous. We've got, what's this? Abjui? Alien Gathering. Avisinfor, Eczema, Joint Effort, and Lakali. So thank you, everybody. That was a blast. I shall play more and never stop. Anyway, thanks for coming. I'll see y'all next time. Until then, hasta.